Hello, and welcome to this week's Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. Well, last week we had a video on how Trump decided to attack the F-1 students and essentially make it so that if they went to online only, they had to fear deportation or had to get out of the country. And of course, all the universities were in somewhat of a panic because, they didn't want to put the kids, the teachers, the staff all at risk. But then again, they couldn't lose a significant portion of their students as well in getting the education. And so they scrambled to make a hybrid type program. And in the interim, Harvard and MIT, with two thumbs up to them, sued the Trump administration. Also, the Secretary of State of California sued the Trump administration. By the way, Secretary Padilla has sued the Trump administration 86 times, so good for him. And the first court date was set to go forward last week, where the writing was on the wall. The judge would have clearly issued an injunction against Trump for doing this because he just lost in DACA for the reason that the decision was arbitrary and capricious, which means that there is no valid reason for why he wanted to end DACA. And the reason I bring that up is, when COVID started a couple months ago, the administration made an exception and allowed online teaching, and then for no reason at all, Trump just snaps his fingers and wanted to retract that and basically say you can't just do online teaching, and it just didn't make sense. The conditions are worse than they were before. The reason the exemption was given before exists now only more so. And so it was just pure punitive. So the reality is he just didn't want to have another loss at his feet. So he dropped all opposition to implementing the regulations and so forth and the hybrid scheme, so that the students don't have to pick between going to campus and fearing that they will get COVID and that they will spread COVID and possibly to their families and to their parents and to their grandparents, and getting an education. They don't have to make that decision anymore because the Trump administration completely wiped off the table any opposition to it whatsoever, which is great. So if you're at a school that, for example, is saying to you they can't issue the I-20 anymore because they're just going to go online all the time, well, that's okay. That's fine now. You need to let them know that the opposition no longer exists, that they can go online in the present, 100%, and they will neither be deported nor will their F-1 be invalidated. So a great win. And nothing like having a little pressure in the courts to force the correct decision. So if you like the video, click like, subscribe, and more in the coming weeks. Thank you.